Good afternoon to all. Myself Geeta Kochar, PhD Research Scholar, Department of Computational Sciences from MRS PTU, Bhatinda. My research area is deep learning in the field of intrusion detection. In this paper, I use machine learning approaches on benchmark datasets. These are the outlines of my presentation. I start this presentation by giving some introduction behind it. With the growth of internet and its potential, more and more people are getting connected to the internet. It is expected that 50 billion devices will be connected to the internet in 2020. It provides a lot of benefits to society and will change the world, but also brings a lot of security risks to the business over the network. By taking the increasing number of attacks into consideration, network security has become a main issue at the present time. There should be some mechanism in the organizations to secure the data by maintaining the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. The traditional methods like firewalls and antivirus are not sufficient to tackle all type of attacks. So the need for additional security along with traditional methods. Intrusion detection system plays a significant role in this regard. It carefully keeps a track on the network traffic data and distinguishes whether the data is normal or attack. And IDS is used to monitor the network traffic for detecting malicious activities. It can easily detect the attacks that are bypassed by the firewall. It is shown in this diagram. IDS is placed between the network as well as firewall. The attacks which are bypassed by the firewall are easily catched by the IDS. It can be separated into two classes, misuse as well as anomaly. Misuse detection, it is also known as signature detection. It is an approach in which attack patterns or unauthorized and suspicious behaviors are learned based on past activities. The knowledge about the learned patterns is used to detect or predict subsequent similar such patterns in a network. It is easy to understand, and the user can examine the signature database and quickly determine which activity the misuse detection system is programmed to alert on. It works only for known signatures. And with the increase in number of signatures, the performance of the system engine decreases. It is always necessary to update the database, which is not feasible every time, and it is a very costly process. The limitation of this approach is that it cannot detect novel attacks. So, uh, and also required update the database. For this, anomaly detection ideas came into the existence. Anomaly detection. It deals with profiling user behavior. In this approach, a certain model of user normal activities is defined, and any deviation from this model is known as anomalous. Here, it works on the profiles. You need to create a profile for each user group on your system. These profiles can be built automatically as well as manually. The benefit of this approach is that it can detect novel attacks, but it may lead to a high false alarm rate and lacks high accuracy. This is the brief literature survey related to my work. I have started the literature survey from 2014. The advantages and limitations of these papers are discussed in this presentation. Based on this literature survey, I have proposed a taxonomy of classifiers. The classifiers are divided into two categories, lazy learners as well as eager learners. Lazy learners use the training data for storage and wait for testing data to appear. They do less work while training data is given to them, and more work when classification of test tuple is given. Whereas eager learners take a long time for training and less time for predicting. It does not wait for test data to learn. So it takes long time learning and less time classifying data. This is a proposed taxonomy by me. Classifiers are divided into lazy as well as eager, and KNN, locally weighted learning, and SGD comes under the category of lazy learners, and decision tree, ANN, naive Bayes, SVM, random forest, logistic regression, multi-layer perception, and J48 comes under the category of eager learners. Some of the classifiers used in this paper are discussed here. KNN. It is a lazy learning algorithm that firstly stores all the training data. At the time of classification, it uses this data and tries to find the similarities between the new data and available data. It places the new data in the category that is most similar to the available data based on the equivalent distance. As you increase the value of K, the accuracy might increase. KNN can be used both for regression as well as classification, but mainly used for classification problems. Decision tree. It is a popular and powerful tool for prediction as well as classification. Its structure is like a tree structure in which each internal node represents a test on an attribute. Each branch interprets the result of the test, and each leaf node shows a class label. It performs classification without requiring much computations and able to handle both categorical as well as continuous features. But it is very computational expensive to train and show errors in multi-classification problems. Logistic regression. It is also a statistical model that uses a logistic function to model a binary dependent variable. It is applied to solve both for binary as well as multi-classification problem. The probability of occurrence of an event is predicted by giving fitting data to logistic function. The output of this function lies between 0 and 1. The middle value is considered as 0.5, and the output greater than 0.5 is considered as class 1 and below is considered as class 0. Random forest. This method is also based on the proximity search and can be used both for regression as well as classification. It is a decision tree based classifier. And in this technique, random samples are used to create decision trees. And then prediction is done from each tree, and the best solution is found out by voting. Random forest has many applications like image classification, feature selection, and recommendation engines. Naive Bayes. It is a classification algorithm based on Bayes' theorem with an assumption of independence among predictors. It assumes that the presence of a particular feature in a class is unrelated to the presence of any other feature. From the non-value of the feature, probabilities is known as conditional probabilities. Prediction can be attained by calculating the instance probabilities of each class and by selecting the class value of highest probability. This model is easy to build and can be used for larger data sets. This can be used for two-class as well as multi-class classification problems. But in real life, it is almost impossible that we get a set of predictors which are completely independent. For the literature, some of the data sets are very old. For this work, I used UNSW NB15 dataset, which is the latest dataset. But real data contains missing values and the categorical values, which cannot be directly used for training the model. So there is a need to clean the data before using it to train the model. In this pre-processing work, some work is done like null values are handled, Categorical values are handled by using label encoder as well as one-hot encoder. After that, some data is used for 80% data is used for training and 20% data is used for testing. After that, scaling is done to replace the data at one scale, to all scale all the features at one scale. This is the methodology used in 6 classifiers based on lazy as well as eager learners. 2 classifiers are selected from lazy learners and 4 classifiers are selected from eager learners. And on the basis of this methodology, I used 6 classifiers, and then results are computed and compared the results. These are the performance matrices that are used for evaluating the efficiency of classifiers. First is accuracy. Accuracy is how close a measured value is to the actual value and can be calculated using this formula. TP plus TN, total true positive plus true negative, true positive plus false negative plus false positive plus true negative. Precision, the proportion of correctly identified positive cases, and it can be calculated using this formula, TP divided by TP plus false positive. Recall, the proportion of correctly identified actual positive cases is called recall and calculated as using this formula, true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. Mean squared error, it takes the average of the square of difference between original values and predicted values, and it can be calculated using these formulas. Here n is the total number of observations in the data set. The sigma symbol represents that the difference between actual and predicted values taken on every I value ranging from 1 to n. These are the results that I used in my experiment. Here, 80% data is used for training and 20% data is used for testing. These are the accuracy of different classifiers. 93.23% accuracy in logistic regression, 48.03 in naive Bayes, 95.43 in random forest classifier, and 93.29 accuracy in SGD. KNN achieves 93.71 accuracy and DT shows 94.20 accuracy. And from this table, this is the graphical representation of the accuracy of different classifiers. Here you can see random forest shows the highest accuracy, that is 95.43, which is also mentioned in the literature that RF classifiers outperforms other classifiers. This is the conclusion that RF classifier is better than other classifiers on UNSW dataset using selected parameters. And the accuracy of RF classifiers comes out to be 95.43%. In future, this work can be extended for selective attributes. Here, I used almost all the attributes for this dataset, and in future, work can be extended for selective attributes and as well as multi-class classification problems. Thank you.